Verse 21. So I got a picture here. Do you know there are two types of backslidden Christians? Verse 21. Those Hebrews who had previously been with the Philistines and had gone up with them to their camp went over to the Israelites who were with Saul and Jonathan. The Hebrews that were with the Philistines had gone over to them. When they see the revival, when they see God moving, they now leave the Philistines and they join back with the army they should have been with. Does everyone see that? And then we also read, verse 22, when all the Israelites who had hidden in the hill country of Ephraim heard that the Philistines were on the run, they joined the battle in hot pursuit. So on that day, the Lord saved Israel, and the battle moved on. There's two types of backslidden Christians. So the church is being beat up. So what happens with a lot of Christians that get scared is, and they come up with all kinds of excuses why they're going back into the world, back to the world. They may say, oh, the church hurt my feelings. Someone hurt me at church. I'm like, come on. Someone probably hurt you at your job, but you didn't quit your job. Someone probably hurt you in your family, one of your kids, but you didn't throw your kid out. Someone probably, hurt you in the USA, but you didn't leave the country. But now someone hurts you in the church, and the church is full of sinners where we're all growing, and you're going to leave the church, and you're going to go back into the world. You're going to go back to the way you... Now, get me. You're saved. You're a Christian. You're born again. You belong to God, but no one knows it because you're back. You're hanging out with the world, and you're acting like the world. Oh, yeah, I get it. You belong to Jesus. Secret. But you're hanging out. The world has no idea you're a Christian. They think you're one of them. The way you talk, the way you act, they're like, yeah, he's a Philistine. He's one of us. Okay, but when revival happens, when God starts moving again, the Christians that are in the world, by the way, just to give you a statistic, for every Christian that goes to church, there's a Christian that's back in the world, and there's a Christian that's hiding in the mountains. So in other words, when we would plant churches and we would go door to door, actually we weren't necessarily looking for lost people. We were looking for those two types of Christians that were not going to church anymore, but were Christians. But some of them were back in the world, and some of them were hiding, and challenging them to join the battle of, we're going to plant a new church and take this town for Jesus. So there are Christians, you have revival when the Christians that you don't even know they're Christians. They suddenly like, oh yeah, I'm born again. I got saved. I know I haven't been in church in 10 years, but I'm born again. I want to join back in. The other Christians are the ones that are hiding. Do you know there's tons of Christians that hide? They are the Christians, so they don't go to church. They're not back in the world. They're hiding on their houses and in their farms and in Montana or wherever. They're hiding, and they're fearful because they view that the world's coming in, and it's the Antichrist is going to come, the mark of the beast, and they're trying to prepare, and they're worried. And you know what's so sad about this is if that's the posture you take, if you take that posture of just hiding and being defensive, don't worry. The world will find you. It's better to join the church and take the battle to them as opposed to you just, the government, I can't go to church, I want to hide. But when revival happens, even those Christians come out of hiding and say, I want to join, and take the battle out. All right, no, I got to close.